5154-7926, approximately 62 feet out, looking at the city main. I'll pull it back in, take a look here. We'll use it. All right. Line is clay tile. Got the bigger 6-inch pipe here.
So far, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah. A little bit of offsets, but that's pretty common with clay tile. Not going to be a huge issue. Got a little bit of a belly right there where it's holding water. So a little bit of standing water in the pipe. It's in the 6-inch pipe though, so shouldn't cause you too much of a headache, and it's just a little bit of just standing water there. Our blockage originally was right about 30 feet or so. Got a little bit of an offset there. Got some toilet paper and stuff. We have a little bit of root growth going on there, about 35 feet or so. It's kind of in the bigger pipe. So you do have a little bit of root growth going on there. Fortunately, we don't have like a 6-inch clean out to clean that out much better. We might be able to get a little bit out of there.
That's and that's in the what diameter is that? Where the red is?
In a 6-inch pipe.
Oh, okay. So that's not too bad at all.
Not too bad, no. Yeah,
not enough to cause it. I mean,
no, and our
havoc, I don't think. Do you?
No, with the 6-inch pipe. So with this access here, we could only ever get a 3.5-inch cutter out there. In the 6-inch pipe, it's basically as open as it's going to get as far as our access goes. If you had a 6-inch clean out somewhere, we could get a 6-inch cutter and like scrape the walls. But with the access we have here, that's about as cleaned out as it's going to go. We might get lucky and grab a few of those roots, but it would just be that. It would just be luck. Okay. And this is your 4 to 6 transition, right about 30 feet or so, and this is where our blockage was.
So was it blocked or?
It was blocked, yeah.
Okay.
You had a blockage. It looks like you got a little bit of Orangeburg pipe here.
What did you guys do to unblock it?
Which is what? They just stuck the pipe. There's the camera down there.
Yeah, just did.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's all that blockage still. Let's try to run some water. Yeah, you got some Orangeburg pipe that's got some deformities in it. But let's try to run. If you guys go flush a toilet for me.
Sure.
And try to get a gush of water coming through here.
Yeah, flush the main bathroom toilet. And then do the potty room too.
So you have a little section of Orangeburg pipe here. Orangeburg pipe is essentially a tar paper pipe that they put in these old houses. Yours is from 1948, so it's almost 70 years old. And over time, because it's all cardboard and stuff, it starts to deform and cause buildup and sludge and stuff like that. So let's just see if we can get this cleared out a little better for you. Still blocked up here. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it is flowing. Yeah. Let's do a toilet flush one more time if we could.
Well, that's pretty good. That's better, right?
Yeah, it's open and flowing. We got this kind of big ball of toilet paper stuff looking here. See if we can kind of flush that out. But your Orangeburg pipe is deteriorating and will need replaced. Because what's going on is that it goes out of roundness, it starts getting lumpy, bumpy, and it starts hanging on to all that stuff that gets flushed down. So that's basically a giant ball of toilet paper and probably, poop and stuff like that. that's just getting balled up and caught there because it's not a nice smooth pipe going on out of the house.
How many feet down is that?
From here, about 26 feet.
And so how do they replace that?
Dig it up.
From the street?
Well, you wouldn't have to do it from the street. It looks like you only got about 20 feet of it or so.
In here in the house?
Yeah. Well, from in the house, it should be cast iron. It typically will transform right outside the house.
So you dig it up outside the house?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we got this big ball of toilet paper still that gave us problems. It's moving though. Our camera's just kind of shooting off to the side of it too. We can push it out. So yeah, that's hung up. But I can tell, oh yeah, your Orangeburg pipe is really starting to go. It's hard to see with the water right here. But there's your blockage there. And then, see that big hump right there? Mm-hmm. So that's a big old hump in the pipe in the middle of it. And that's what's catching everything going down. So it's likely that that's causing all this buildup right here. And essentially, you're going to continue to get clogged up until that pipe gets fixed. Especially with that guy right there, right in the middle of where the water should flow and keep going out to the city. You got a big old speed bump right there, holding stuff in. So yeah, that guy, if we can run, let's do like multiple toilet flushes if we can, like really flood that pipe out.
Flush 2 toilets at once?
Yeah, flush 2 toilets. Yeah. Run some water, run the sink, try to get a good tidal wave going through there. Hopefully break that thing wastage.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a little more flow going down. But yeah, that's a really big hump. You got about a 50% collapsed pipe right there.
Upstairs, Nicholas.
Bump it with the camera. Did we get it? I think we might have got it, maybe. Let's let that water drain out here. Okay, I think we got that big ball of stuff, maybe. Oh, nope, still there. So yeah, that thing's just going to be there until we can kind of get it.
If you get it to a bigger spot, will it open up?
Well, it will eventually hit that 6-inch pipe. It's only a few feet down. I caught a little chunk of it there. So it's kind of just pinched right now in that bad Orangeburg. We can run a snake down and knock it loose. But like I said, the bigger issue is the pipe itself. It needs to get repaired and replaced. Fortunately, I can't control where my camera goes. I can only just jam it around. And especially when we have a nice little groove in the Orangeburg that's guiding it. Big ball stuff still there. And the big old gush of water ain't taking it either. It might be some root growth behind it holding that stuff in, or it might just be caught up on the Orangeburg. Kind of hard to say, but it's definitely still there. I knocked a chunk off of it, but that is what we're dealing with for sure. we can stop running water now if you want to yell at them.
It's stopped.
Okay.
It should be fine to tile that bathroom in.
Should be, yeah. You've got bigger issues going on, yeah. But you can finish the bathroom, yeah. If they fix it, they'll fix it likely from outside and just dig it up and fix it for you. We knocked a little bit of it, but it's still
How many
there.
feet down is that pipe?
Deep?
Yeah, in the dirt.
Yeah, hard to say how deep your front yard is. 8 feet, 9 feet.
So they dig it up in the front, or do they?
Yep.
Okay.
If they dig it up
So
and
they remove the lawn then and dig it up there, or
yep.
do you guys do you hand do it? Do you hand dig it, or do you use an excavator of some sort or backhoe?
They would typically use an excavator. That's all kind of up to them. It's our sister company, Shaw Trenchless, which is our same owner, but kind of different companies. So that would be up to them to come give you a bid and tell you how much, tell you what he thinks is the best way of doing it. But likely, yeah, it would be just digging a hole in the front yard there and trenching it out.
How much of it do they replace?
They would, well, I mean, they could give you different options. After the Orangeburg, it's all clay tile, which is a good pipe. So right about 30 feet down, that's when it goes to the 6-inch clay. And there's no real big issues with that pipe. So they could just replace just the Orangeburg, which is about 20, 25 feet of it.
25 feet of pipe?
Yeah, roughly. So we would have to, if you want to get a bid, we would do some locates out in your yard for you. And that way they know where the pipe is and how deep it is. And then we can get you JB over here to give you a bid. And then go from there. But suffice to say, the problem will continue to return until this pipe is fixed. It's very, very damaged, corroded, starting to go.
What do they normally charge for 25 feet of pipe?
I have no idea.
Okay,
I don't work on that side of the business. They would have to come out. It all depends on the situation, how deep it is, that sort of deal. So they would have to come, have eyes on it, take a look. And
Yeah, we're on the clock right now. Is your phone in there still, or is it?
yeah, there's that big ball still.
Oh.
So I can send a snake down and try to clear that out of there for you. That's kind of up to you guys. Like I said, I originally quoted you the 640. If we just do the camera inspection, that's going to get almost cut in half to about 320, and we can get you a bid for that. If you want me to snake it, we can snake it. But I don't know how much we're going to be able to clear out because we got this big hump here, so we can't get a big cutter down. We'd have to basically get a small cutter down and hope that we kind of smack that ball and get it out of there. And the risk of cabling Orangeburg is it's a tar paper pipe. If it's really, really bad and really, really fragile, that cable could collapse the pipe potentially. And then you can't use it until you dig it up and fix it, which is kind of what you're looking at there. But it is definitely deformed and hanging on to stuff. I got some more deformity there. There's a big old rock poking in the line right there at 15 feet. Yeah, this thing is it's pretty banged up. It is going to need some attention. And then, oh yeah, some more digs right there, right at 8 feet right outside the house. Big old hump in the line.
So can you get the toilet paper out of there somehow? I don't know. Like you mentioned, a snake, or
I can send the snake down.
is that the only other way? You won't be able to knock it loose.
Not with camera, nope.
Okay.
There's a nice little groove in the Orangeburg that's guiding our camera around it. So I can't control the head of my camera. It's going to go wherever the pipe takes it.